Have you ever been so good at something they had to shut you down? That's exactly what happened when I posted these clones. Instagram did their best smack white impression and said, nah, son. In my attempt to bring the world affordable fragrances, Instagram deleted my page and it was gone for nearly 90 days. So today, I'm gonna reveal the 5 fragrances that are so shockingly close to the original that Instagram banned me for copyright infringement. And to be fair, you can't technically copyright a fragrance, so I'm back, baby. Plus, these fragrances are so good, you'll be wondering why anyone's even paying for the original. Starting with Stellar Moments from Alexandria Fragrances. Imagine walking into a room where everything smells like smooth vanilla and warm resinous amber. Well, that's Stellar Moments in a nutshell, and it doesn't just wear like any old fragrance. This one feels like an aura of pure luxury. Based on the DNA of Louis Vuitton Stellar Times, Stellar Moments is an extremely attention-grabbing fragrance. As I mentioned, this one opens with this rich, creamy and luxurious vanilla that just makes you feel warm and cozy. Now, as a guy who's extremely confident, this is a fragrance that I was immediately drawn to. It's a unisex fragrance, but some people out there may believe that this leans more feminine. There's a heavy white floral in this scent, and depending on who you are, you might not be comfortable with white florals. However, if you're familiar with Stellar Times, Stellar Moments might be your jam. Without a doubt, this one's opulence in the bottle, just minus the $500 price tag. Wear it to dinner or to the office. At any rate, you're gonna be ahead of the game. Next, we have Alexandria Fragrance's Pour Homme 2 or Deux, and this one is a game changer. Pour Homme 2 smells like you just stepped into this plush wood panel library, just sipping on a nice warm tea on a cold winter day. This one opens with a hit of black tea and cinnamon, making it feel just like the OG. But wait, there's more. The heart notes on this fragrance also has this soft herbal lavender to it that just makes you feel calm and refreshed. But all jokes aside, this one does come off as a scent that's extremely smooth. Now, most people out there do not have the original because it's a little more challenging to find, but if you do have it, then you can compare this one side by side and know it smells great. Personally, I feel that when a fragrance is discontinued, that is the best use of a clone fragrance because you can't get it anymore. So personally, I believe they did a magnificent job with this one. Oh, and by the way, if you're not familiar with the essence of this scent, this one was created to recreate Gucci Pour Homme 2. Now, before we continue on, let's circle back to Instagram banning me. I know a lot of you hit me up and say, yo, B, where are you? I've been looking for you because I made this temporary page that I never posted on because I was a little bit sad. Not really sad, I was just frustrated. Look, I've said this once, I've said it twice, and I'll say it 1,000 more times. Prior to doing fragrance reviews, I was never that guy to go out and purchase clones, inspired expressions, or just any dupes of fragrances out there. If it wasn't the real deal McCoy, then it wasn't for your boy. However, once I hopped into this game, I was introduced to Alexandria Fragrances and that changed my perspective, and they've been one of those houses that I've been hooked on ever since. Now, what I think one of the things I truly enjoyed about Alexandria Fragrances was that they didn't just copy and clone a fragrance, they really set out to make the fragrances better than the OG and solve for some of the concerns that people were having. When Tom Ford's Lost Cherry dropped, I wasn't a fan, but then I got my hand on Fructus Virgins from Alexandria Fragrances and I got hooked. So much so that I ended up purchasing multiple bottles of Fructus Virgins as well as Lost Cherry to give away as gifts and giveaways on the channel. And speaking of giveaways, since we are in the giving season, I'm going to randomly select 5 winners down in the comment section to walk away with some special prizes from Alexandria Fragrances. All you need to do is hit their website and comment down below with which fragrances you're interested in. And by the way, if you're international, you can participate as well. I'm also going to hook them up and see if I can get us a discount code. If I can, I'll leave it linked and listed down below. Now, Pacific Coast is inspired by another Louis Vuitton fragrance, which happens to be Pacific Chill, and that fragrance is a magnificent take on mint. But the thing about it is, it doesn't come off as minty. Now to me, this one's a real player type scent that you would wear in the spring and summer. Sometimes when I wear this fragrance, I close my eyes and I envision standing on a white sand beach with the breeze to my back. It kind of reminds me of my days in Siesta Key. Now, although I get a lot of mint in this fragrance, in the opening, you're also going to get your fair share of citrus. There's grapefruit within this scent, there's also some lemon, and then obviously the mint is there as well. On first spray of this fragrance, you get something that is just sparkling, almost like you just popped open a bottle of champagne. And then as it dries down, you get some of that musk and cedarwood in this fragrance. It gives it some warmth, almost like that white sand touching your toes. Inside this bottle, you have a fragrance that is just effortlessly cool, and it just feels like one of those fragrances that are endlessly fresh. Moving on, we're going to a fragrance that I don't own an official bottle of. However, ever since having this one in my collection, when I wear it, I never go unnoticed. The name of this fragrance is Fire of God, which happens to be a dupe of God of Fire. This one opens with an explosion of tropical fruits, ripe mango, juicy passion fruit, and when you spray it, all of those things just radiate off your skin. This is such an amazing blend, and the heart of this fragrance is where some of those spices begin to come in. The heart of this fragrance introduces this spicy but smoky twist, and then you also get some sensual leather. Now, as I mentioned, this one is a tropical, juicy fragrance, but this one also has teeth. As it evolves, this one goes from vibrant to attention-seeking, and you also get this transition from fun to commanding. Because, well, this one's gonna command your attention. To me, Fire of God is like a tropical paradise on steroids. It's like Bora Bora meets Ronnie Coleman in his prime. Lightweight, baby! This one's perfect for anyone that wants to leave a lasting impression. Moving on, we got No Shade for Nomad, and this is a recreation of another popular Louis Vuitton fragrance, Ombre Nomad. Listen, some fragrances whisper, but No Shade for Nomad growls like a Neapolitan Mastiff. This is a fragrance for the bold, the daring, and the unapologetically confident. Modeled after Ombre Nomad, on first spray, you get in this thick, rose-heavy oud fragrance that just transports you to this shadowy desert at midnight. It almost reminds you of The Lion King. Like, what about that dark, shadowy place? That's Baltimore. You must never go there. After the opening, there's this rich leather that begins to take center stage, and it just makes it feel rugged and masculine. But think again, because just when you thought it was all grit, that rose begins to come in and just gives it a little delicate push, which really softens the fragrance up a bit. The dry down of this one is pure magic and perfectly matches that of what you would get for Ombre Nomad, especially at its reduced price point. To me, this one's a secret weapon when you're looking to make a statement. It's bold, it's seductive, it's sensual, and this is a fragrance that's going to have heads turning and cheeks burning. Don't burn them. So, which of these fragrances are you picking up first? Are you choosing your own 5, or are you going with this list right here? Again, drop your fragrances down below for your opportunity to win, and visit the Alexandria Fragrances website in the meantime. If you enjoyed this video, then click here to see what happened when I picked up every clone fragrance from Temu.